Hello everybody, MDpolo here at Range USA in Carmel, Indiana. And today we got the Palmetto State Dagger. Never shot one of these before. It's on loan to the channel from a friend, Danny. Thank you, Danny, for loaning me your gun. I got a Glock mag with 15 rounds of Blazer brass, 115 grain. I'm about 8 yards out, and let's see how we do with the Dagger. Shots. I blew that one. There we are, 15 rounds. We are clear. Gun is empty. Let me turn you around, show you what I did. Look at that haze also from the Blazer. Bring it in. Okay, well, kind of all over the place. I settled in here when I got a little bit more of a feeling for the trigger. The blacked out sights, front and rear, it's not my preferred sight picture, but overall, not bad at all. Let's go to the tabletop. And we're back from the range. Shooting the Palmetto State Dagger compact was not that bad. For what are they going for? $280 to $400, depending where you buy it and how it's configured. It's actually not a bad deal at all. There's got a lot of pluses, some minuses. We'll go through that as well. But as you know, it's you call it a Glock clone based on a Gen 3 Glock, striker fired 9mm. It's got a 4.5 inch barrel, and this one has a threaded barrel. And we'll take a look at it too. I'm not sure if the camera's doing it justice, but it changes colors. It's called the chameleon barrel. We'll take a look at that. But like I said, 4.5 inches, threaded barrel, capacity of 15 rounds. It comes with one PMag, and I don't have the original box and the rest of the stuff that came with it. This gun belongs to my friend Danny, so thank you very much, Danny. He couldn't find the cover plate for the optic, but it does come with a cover plate. It's an RMR footprint, and overall it's got a lot of different features. For the price, you can't really beat it, and we'll go through all of that as well. Based on a Glock Gen 3, like I said, around $280 to $400, depends where you are, depending on where you are and how you configure it. The slide is made out of stainless steel with black Cerakote finish. As I speak, I'm going to let you take a look at it. Now, this particular slide, if you go to the website for PSA, Palmetto State, you're going to see you can have different types of slides, different types of cuts, if you want a window cut on it or not, or just serrations. You can also choose whether you have the rear sight mounted behind the optic, as you would here, or in front of the optic, which would be my preference. But they have a lot of different models with the rear sight mounted ahead of the optic. So you can choose and basically build your own gun. So this one is made for an RMR footprint, and it comes with metal sights. The back is just blacked out, not serrated, and the front is also blacked out with a little bit of serration. Not sure if the light is helping or not. Maybe you can see it there. Okay. Now you'll see when we take it apart, the guide rod that it comes with, it's a metal guide rod, so that's a nice. You got metal sights, metal guide rod. Here you can see a little bit better the chameleon slide. So it's really nice. Depending on what kind of light you get, it'll change colors. There you go. So you can also get it. They have them all gold or black. You can really build the gun that you want. So the slide, like I said, stainless steel. This one has the carry cuts. The barrel itself, like I mentioned, is 4.5 inches. Stainless steel, threaded. It comes, with the thread protector. There you go. So some higher end guns that are threaded barrels will not come with a thread protector. So that's pretty nice. I also love the fact that right out of the box for, let's call it 300, you get a stainless steel guide rod and you get metal sights. So this is going to look very familiar to you because based on a Gen 3 Glock, the controls are going to be the same. The nice thing about it, of course, a polymer frame, the texture goes all the way to the top and it's very nice texture. You have it as well in the front as you do in the back. It does not come with, you don't have any interchangeable back straps, so the grip, it is what it is. You got a very slight finger groove right here. Maybe let me adjust the light a little bit, maybe you can see it better. So you got a slight finger groove in the front. Move another light a little closer. So overall, the texture is very nice. I like the way it feels. Moving all the way to the bottom of the grip, you're going to see it's got this lip down here. So it helps, not quite like a magwell, but at least my medium-sized hands, the finger groove fits perfectly between these two fingers here, and the pinky finger finds a nice comfortable place to rest and kind of good grip with this. It also has cutouts at the bottom of the grip panel down here, so if you were in need to extract a mag, you've got the cutouts here and it's easy to pull. And while we're talking about mags, it comes with a PMag, and I don't have that with me, so I'm using regular Glock mags, so that's not a problem. Locks, and it ejects just fine. And also I have at the other table, I've got a Glock 19, and this one's got also a 15 round, but it's got the Terran Tactical extended base plate down here for a +2, and that works also perfectly well with this PSA Dagger. So everything works fine. I find it hard to beat for the price. Now the controls, like I mentioned, they're all Glock, and the one difference is, well, we'll get to the trigger in a little bit, but you see the mag release here, it is a different shape, at least from the Glock 19. This is a Gen 5 Glock 19, but you can see the difference in the mag releases. And the one here in the Dagger, it's actually pretty hard to actuate. It works, but you really have to press hard, and it doesn't pop it out as fast as the Glock does. The Glock is not as difficult to push, and so in that one I give it to the Glock. And I don't want to turn this to a full comparison between the two, but it is just like a Glock as far as the size is concerned. If you don't look at the threaded barrel, they're just the same all the way around. I'm a little too close for this, but shooting it was fun. It was good. Just like shooting a Glock, just cheaper. It's got better texture, much better texture than the Glock 19, the Gen 5. Really nice. And the only downside of this one, the spring, it's a lot tighter than the Glock. So you need to put a little bit more muscle in racking the slide, but that's fine. And the trigger is very different from the Glock, at least from the Gen 5. You can see here, it is hinged very much. It looks like a duck from the side, just like the Smith & Wesson, the MMP. And it's hinged here instead of having the safety dingus than the Glock does. So it's hinged, and you can see back here, you've got your safety. You go here, and now you go all the way there to get to the wall. A little bit more. So you think you're at the wall there, and you're not. You got to push through the real wall, and there it breaks. So it's every bit of 6 pounds. There's your reset. You think you're at the wall, you press more, and then it breaks. So sitting here dry firing it, you notice it, and my impression was, wow, that's really not a good trigger. But to be honest with you, out in the range shooting it, I didn't notice it. So for a self-defense weapon, it's good. It's pretty adequate, the trigger. And the mag release, like I mentioned to you, the edges are a little bit sharp, and you really got to step on it in order to release it. That's the one thing I didn't like about this gun. The frame, the texture, like I mentioned, is good. It's got a nice undercut, so it lets you get high on the gun. And for those of you that actually like to wrap your finger around the front of the trigger guard, they made a cut right here, so it's very comfortable if that's the way you shoot. I don't, but I know people that do. It's got a single slot rail at the front, so you can put your accessories that you like. And to take it apart is just like any other Glock. You just pull the tabs and off it goes. And looking at the inside, you're going to see a lot of things that look familiar if you know the inside of a Glock. Pretty much the same. And the nice thing here is take off the thread protector. And no, YouTube, I'm not modifying a firearm. So not only came with a steel guide rod, but it's got the flat spring. I wish it was a little bit lighter. I think it's a little too oversprung for what it is. And then you got the barrel, and this is I think it's pretty cool. It's the chameleon barrel. So depending on how you look at it in the light, it's going to change in colors. But just your regular Glock barrel, and that's going to look familiar to you as well. So again, for, let's call it $300, I think they did a fantastic job with a PSA Dagger. Putting it back together, and that's how you take it apart for cleaning and maintenance. So there it is. It's not going to be a very long video. It is the Palmetto State Dagger Compact. What are your thoughts on this gun for $299, $300 versus $650 of the Glock? Now an argument is, okay, well, you can change the trigger and upgrade the trigger. Well, yes, you can for what, another $150? So once you start changing things on the Dagger, you're getting very, very close to Glock 19 Gen 5 prices. Now this came with the AmeriGlow sights, which I love the AmeriGlow sights, and this is the Glock Performance trigger. But you can see even that, it's got the little dingus in the front, that's your safety, versus the Dagger that's got the hinge trigger. So you can see the difference between the two. There you go. But everything else, how you take it down, the slide stop, the pull down tabs, everything is the same as a Glock 19. So what are your thoughts on the PSA Dagger? And this is the compact. I'd like to know your thoughts in the comment section below. Once again, thank you, Danny, for lending me the PSA Dagger Compact to the channel for this review. And I look forward to your comments. That is my favorite part of this YouTube channel. And please remember that I upload videos every Friday morning and when I can on Wednesday mornings as well. You can follow me on Rumble. My videos upload automatically over to Rumble. I'm posting on X, which is Twitter. And I'm still posting on Instagram, but less and less because of their censorship of our content. So once again, thank you so much for stopping by. And until the next time, God bless.